Everybody say love. Today's Q&A is brought to you by Synastry, aka Relationship Astrology. Synastry is basically where you take two people's natal charts. You can, of course, do more charts as well, but two people's natal charts, and we compare their makeup, their astrological makeup, to gauge their potential compatibility and chemistry. Now, I used to have an official Synastry offering listed on my website. And so since I took it down, the biggest question I get about Synastry is, hey, can I get a Synastry reading with you? So today I want to address the reason why I took it down. But I first want to answer that yes, I still offer Synastry sessions. I still do it. But I offer it in a very specific context. So when we talk about a person's natal chart, this is the story of their life. This is the story of their potential. The natal chart can be understood as a seed, which is evolving and growing. And to make a detailed forecast about who a person will become, it can be done. It requires tremendous effort and also doesn't leave a lot of room for free will, basically. I mean, astrology can be very deterministic. It certainly can. Certainly in different time periods when our fates were much more predetermined just based on the time period that you were born in and the place that you're born in, the body that you're born in. I will say that I still hardcore believe in the fatedness of many things, but we also live in a time where we do have more choices, arguably, and we arguably have more free will. So my approach to someone's chart too is to have a level of open-mindedness about how a person's natal placements can come into being at different times in their life. So when you take that infinite potential of one person's natal chart and you combine it with the infinite potential of another, and you have this person's fate and this person's fate and this person's free will and this person's free will, you get all kinds of potential scenarios. And the same level of openness and curiosity that I have when I delineate a person's chart about how these placements are coming into being, I still want to hold that when I gauge a relationship. And so it's personally not really all that useful to describe all the potentials of what a relationship could be before it comes into being. And that part wasn't that fun for me. I would run into a lot of people who would say, hey, I just met this person. Like, what could I look for here? And I'm happy to comment on that, but I don't want to spend an hour focusing on that, because what the bigger issue is where are you at in your life? What's happening with you that you're feeling the need to gather a certain sense of certainty about a blossoming relationship? Where are you at in your life? And that brings me back to timing. So that's something that I really specialize in, is understanding what time it is in a person's life. Taking a magnifying glass into your timing, your progressions, your perfections, your transits. What time is it in your life? And then we can talk about the relationship. So I offer Synastry as an add-on. You can book your forecast. You can book your year ahead. I want to focus on you. I want to focus on where are the relationship questions that you have coming from based on your timing and your natal chart. And then I can consider another person. And you know what? We can do couples readings that way too. I have people who reach out to me, they're couples, and I have like a special by request link only. So you can reach out to me on that of, hey, I want to do my timing and my partner wants to do their timing too. Can we do it together? And then see sort of what the year has has in store for us ahead. Yeah, we can do that too. So I offer synastry both as in like we're mostly talking about you, but we can add on the other person for context, and also like a package. It's like a secret little like couples package for you each get a forecast, and we can look at your synastry and all that too. So I do offer those things. I just don't like I've also had a lot of people come to a synastry reading with, hey, I just want you to do all the talking and I want you to tell me everything about this relationship. And that personally is not going to be useful for you, nor is that a great way for me to feel like I'm using my energy, because I don't want to spend my time thinking about what ifs when we could be having a useful conversation around what's actually happening, and then use the astrology to inform how we can respond, what our potential steps forward are. Like, astrology is so powerful and can offer really supportive insights into what's going on, but it becomes so much more exact when you have context. And so that was something I got, to be honest, like really burn out from, is like not having enough context to talk about this relationship dynamic. So that's how I do it. Like if you want insight into your relationship or the potential of a relationship, I'm more than happy to look at that for you, but I just want the focus to be on what's going on in your world right now. So that's how I find synastry to be the most useful to me, and that's why I don't offer it as an outright standalone offering, and that's why I use it in combination with a person's timing. And you know what? You might be asking, hey, Catherine, do composite charts? Sure, we can absolutely look at those, but within the context of your timing. So that's the tea on synastry for right now. Who knows? Things can always change in time. But that's how you get it. That's how you get that report with me, is you book your regular reading, you can add it on, you can add your partner's birth data and details and all that. And I also do family readings too. And that's really fun because we look at like the synastry of a whole constellation of family members, and there's plenty of context there. So there's no mystery there. So that is another session that I offer that is like directly focused on synastry. All right. So thanks for tuning in with me for another Q&A session, and drop your questions below, and I'll look forward to answering more of them in the future. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. For more astrology in your world, you can connect with me on all platforms at Astro Catherine. You can also find me at catherineurban.com, where you can schedule your year ahead consultation. I'm offering a new course. Time Lords and Transits begins on August 14th. Right now, you can still get that early bird rate through the end of June. This is an 11-week mentorship where I'm going to teach you everything I know about how to layer annual profections and transits together in order to elevate your understanding of what time it is in your life and in the lives of your clients. So for more information, you can find that at catherineurban.com, where you can also sign up. And I look forward to connecting with you in class or here or in session soon. Bye.